Blakk Rasta SA FBI is interested in Shatta Wale over the yellow Lamborghini. Any case EOCO between unknown Shatta and EOCO. I don't know which video we are relaxing because Blakk Rasta is not just speculating. Oshia EOCO's boss Raymond Acha face to face and have a detailed conversation concerning Shatta Wale, why he was detained, and the yellow Lamborghini alongside FBI's interest. Now, Adolfo Blakk Rasta atonebo ababe break it down. Dear ebitimi AC on Shatta Wale as told to him by Raymond Acha, EOCO's boss. Adolfo, once again, it was so nyabo 3. Now, utie dear Blakk Rasta eka. Adolfo, yen wasted time. All credit to Blakk Rasta and his Blackpot production. Mumenko tieno, yeba to amuso.
I had a conversation with the EOCO boss. His name is Raymond Acha. And you can find a photo of me and him, together, which I've shown here a number of times. He gave me this hat when I met with him. That's the new EOCO hat, the one that I am wearing. What he's wearing is the old one. My brother, my sister, because when we are investigating issues, we don't want to be biased. This is about people's lives. You can't make mistakes. I want to hear from you. I don't want to hear from any other person. It took me time to be able to get the clearance to go in there and meet this guy. And the kind of searching I had to go through. My phone was taken from me. My brother, even pen drives that I have in my wallet that I always take around. Because as a musician, I could just go into the studio anytime. They seized everything away, at least from the time I was going in there, before I went through that metal detector and all that. And I went and sat down waiting for the man to come up. Fortunately, he was very courteous to me. He asked me if I wanted to drink water. I said, oh no, I'm just here to spend some, 10 minutes, 15 minutes with you so I can, go away and you do your work. We ended up speaking for 3 hours. 3 hours. And I felt guilty when I was walking out of the place and I saw so many people waiting to go and see him. You know, when two journalists meet, we remember old times and talk about all different things and all that. That was what happened. I've known this man as a journalist, my brother, my sister, and he has been editor of the Chronicle for so many years. Let's not go too much into it. The long and short of it all, I spoke like a friend to Ghana and at the same time as a friend to Shatta Wale. I asked him, what is the legal way out for my brother Shatta Wale? What does it mean? It means I don't want you to bend rules. I don't want you to make it illegal. The legal way out, the easiest legal way out. He told me, Blakk Rasta, to be honest with you, when this issue came up, we tracked the car to Shatta's house. And when we got the car, he talked to us to keep it on the low. We listened to him and everything was okay. We didn't say a word because we wanted to protect his identity, 1. And 2, we didn't want to blow it out. He has inspired a lot of people. A lot of the people on the street are looking up to him for more inspiration. Somebody like that, you have to listen to him too. So we decided not to talk. Blakk, I don't know what happened. A couple of months later, after we seized the car and were quiet, investigating, he blew it up himself. I said, really? He said, Blakk Rasta, how did you get to hear about this? I said, I heard it on social media. He said, that was it. He blew it up. You know what I wanted to do? I wanted us to look at this thing so quietly, for him to cooperate with us. Let's trace the thing to some other cars that had come in that we were privy to. We had the information. We had seized a lot of cars from Wontumi. They were all stolen cars supplied by one man. And his name is Kwabena Edubuahin, the former boss of the National Signals Bureau. And he, Kwabena Edubuahin, told us point blank that he had been supplying cars to Shatta Wale, and that Lambo, he had sold it to Shatta. But Shatta has denied it. He said he's not the man. First, he said he was the man. Later, he said he was not the one. And his formal statement, he said it wasn't the man. It was one guy on the streets. So it looks like he wants to protect this other guy. And no matter what, this guy called Edubuahin is going down. And I'm glad Shatta himself said it. He said the man came trying to frighten him, that this guy is going down. You, Shatta, I don't want you to go down, so you better be with us. But Shatta, unfortunately, could not cooperate according to Raymond Archer. So when he couldn't do it, what happened? He decided that if you are not cooperating with us, then let's go the booga booga way. To be very honest with you, I knew how this was going to pan out. I wouldn't be able to go into the details, the role I played on the other side. My brother, my sister, at the end of it all, Shatta was invited. Probably he thought that he would just come and say, well, I bought it on the street and everything will be over. No. They decided to ask him about the source of his money. And when he mentioned, some gave some information, they now hit him with tax. How much tax have you paid all this while? Let's look at the tax you even paid for buying these things from the street. Let's check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other issues concerning your income and how much tax you've been paying. You remember years back, I talked about how Shatta was constantly coming out, say, I have money, I have this. And I asked, are you paying tax? If you have it and you are quiet, you might go away with the tax issue. But when you flaunt it, be ready to be slapped with tax. Now I'm going to take you to Jamaica. Jamaica. Hey, the Jamaican music industry is making a lot of money. But all the money is going into the pockets of artists and money launderers because they don't pay tax. Watch this from the Jamaican Observer. Jamaican music is a multi-billion business, but tax avoidance high. And this was published when? 2006. Entertainment in Jamaica is a multi-billion dollar industry with the closest estimate of its value put at an annual 21 billion American dollars. According to a new Stanford University study, but tax authorities in Jamaica say there is a heavy tax avoidance by entertainers and producers. And since this report came out, the Jamaican authorities became really, really wild on artists. Watch this. This is Bounty Killer. They seized this car the same way they seized Shatta Wale's car. And it says what? Bounty Killer's vehicles seized for unpaid taxes. And this was 4 years after that report about tax evasion came out. And the source is RadioJamaicaNewsOnline.com. Now, members of the Tax Administration Services Department Special Enforcement Team Friday morning swooped down on another member of the musical fraternity for unpaid taxes and seized his vehicle. Elephant Man also had his car seized in the same style of not paying taxes. Beanie Man also had his car seized, and this is it. Dancehall artists scrambled to clear up back taxes. Now they all started running. Here we call it GRA, to go and pay taxes, because the tax authorities were now beginning to come on them. My brother, how do you use the country to make business and make money? You don't want to pay money to the taxes. You must be a criminal. I am a believer in taxes. That is why I can stand up and look politicians into their eyes and tell them what I want, because I pay tax. My tax is what they are stealing. If you don't pay tax, you don't have the guts to even come out and tell somebody that they are stealing money. Which money are they stealing? Elephant Man, Beanie Man. There was a time Beanie Man came out and said, you know what? I'm making so much money. I've sold so much music. And the tax authorities came up to him. You know what he said? He said it was hype. He was just lying. My brother, my sister, there's too much hype in the industry. They still insisted that he paid the amount of tax according to what he himself said he had sold. Is that the same system that is coming to Ghana? Are artists beginning to flaunt their wealth? Businessmen, are they flaunting their wealth? Sarkodie was in the same soup a few years back. There was a car that he got in, I'm told from Togo, and he has some criminal nuances around that. Yoko went after it, took the car quietly, and nobody got to hear of it publicly because of the same arrangement that Yoko had with Shatta Wale. Quiet here. We have picked up the car. You didn't know that it was stolen or whatever it was. They investigated and saw a few things, just seized the car and sent it out. My brother, my sister, can I tell you what is going to happen to Shatta Wale next? Come here. Watch this. Now, and I don't like to say this, but this is inside information. Where this matter has reached, Shatta Wale has been released on bail. The bail was reduced to 5 million Ghana cedis, half. And when they say bail, it doesn't mean bring that money. It means show that when you run away, we can fall on this and fall on that and get this amount of money. Do you know what that means? Bail doesn't mean pay the money. They say 10 million doesn't mean pay 10 million. No. It means show us that, in other words, that we are going to post the bond. The bail bond. If I run away, sell this my property, sell that property, or whoever is going to help you will be held responsible and they will pay whatever it is in the case of you running away. Where this issue has reached, unfortunately, tempest rose. Now, my information is that the FBI has become overly interested in this matter. Last month, the Interpol said that Ghana has become the biggest stolen car hub in the world. That is terrible. Do you know what that means? Now, anybody who steals cars around the world, they are looking for Ghana. And it's a lucrative business. It's made a lot of people rich illegally. And because of that, so many car hijacks. People were shot and killed in broad daylight just to steal their cars, like they did in the case of Lucky Dube for a Chrysler. My brother, my sister, where it is right now is not so pretty. Shatta Wale may be extradited to America, like they did to Kofi Boat, like they did to Hajia for real. And over there, they will do forensic investigation. Whatever accounts he has around the world will start being frozen. They will track every penny that has moved from who into what. And that is not a good story.
So, Adolfo, utie Blakk Rasta very, very well. You could actually tell, say, Shatta is in a big mess. Probably because of Onwankasan Sembia, Obeki Kanye, Achese, Ama, and Ne, Achese, Yoko for, and Sa, Asonimua, they are dealing with him. Now, don't get it twisted. Shatta Wale is not free. Don't get it twisted. If there is any sort of prayer support you can render to him, don't withhold it back. The ACN said he has been granted bail. He has been granted bail. Near granted bail, and say you are free. They could invite Shatta in any time. They are still investigating this particular issue. Now, utie Blakk Rasta here, you would actually tell, say, DNA EOCO person here, and he said they would handle this issue behind closed doors without anyone ever knowing say they are investigating Shatta Wale. Now so Shatta nkasa ne ba out ebe blow this fella, forcing EOCO to launch a full-scale public investigation into this particular issue. Now, according to Blakk Rasta, FBI is showing major interest in this particular case. Would they also arrest and extradite Shatta to the US, or it will become a sensitive case? Back and forth, they would just let the issue go, and no, the end will justify this particular question. And also prayers, any connection, and a bit me as save Shatta. But for now, Shatta is at home. He is, free for some, at least on that cell, and he will be cooperating with EOCO. You better monitor any update. Once again, all credits to Blakk Rasta and his Blackpot production. Or anything to say, kindly write under the comment box. Who share video in so now you can subscribe. Yes, sure. But who more than subscribe? Yeah, that's it.
Vimbaz TV.